Oh, baby, we're going to be talking about Karate Combat, the app, how to use it. That's all the talk, right? You bet, you can't lose. You can only win. How's this work? Is that sustainable for the tokenomics? We're going to dive deep into the tokenomics because we have our big brains dudes right here, the studs of studs. We got Karate Token pumping like Cess pectorials and Moon Daddy's deltoids, baby. This coin's been pumping. What's going on there? Okay, so we got to figure this out. What's going on? Also, here's what's going on. December 14th, we're all George. Big party. All the big dogs are going to be there in Vegas. Get a ticket. It's in the description below. These guys have their own links as well. Okay, Moon Daddy. I'm sure it's no secret. This guy's fighting. Has the secret been dropped who you're fighting? Moon Daddy.
Oh, yeah. It's not a secret. Not a secret. Crypto Crow. The smallest guy in crypto. The smallest guy in crypto. I'm going to pick on him. I'm just going to pick on him.
Is he actually 7 full feet tall, or is he more like 6'10"?
I would call him 7 with his shoes on.
Actually 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's a small guy.
With the shoes off, he's like 5'3".
Shoes off 5'3". When he puts high heels on, he's 7 foot.
That's some hella high heels, baby. Okay, so thank God we can't kick from the knee up to the hip, right? Otherwise, those knees, man, what would you do there?
I would get a pair of heels like DeSantis. I think Crow is wearing the same heels as DeSantis is, I think, to make him 7 foot. But anyway, yeah, we talked about that on our AMA last week in regards to not crippling each other with the kick below the knee or to the knee. That's off limits. Off limits.
Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God.
When you've been a football player in the pros, by the way, professional football player, right?
I've seen a couple ACLs. Yeah. Pittsburgh and Miami. I was fortunate enough to spend 2 years in Pittsburgh, two years in Miami.
Wow. Tore some ACLs.
Yeah. It ended with an injury settlement and went back to school. You can see the degrees on the back wall. Decided to go back to school. It was a great experience, though. Great experience.
Maybe not conducive when you're trying to be fighting, when you're trying to fight the little guy.
The little guy. Yeah.
The little guy, Crypto Crow.
It's interesting. Yeah, George and Adam. I call him Adam, my agent Adam. Agent Adam and George reached out and they were like, "Hey, would you be up for fighting Crow and Karate Combat?" I was like, "Why the hell not? Why the hell not?" And then I thought about it after I hung up. I was like, "What the hell did I just do?" So here we are. That was about a month ago. So contract signed, no backing out.
That's right.
I won't pull an injury like what's my man from Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, pulled a fake ACL. I may be pulling a fake ACL in a couple of weeks. Don't quote me on that.
Dude, I tweaked. I've been training like a dog.
Right.
I overtrained, totally overtrained. I actually took the day. I didn't take the day off yesterday, but I couldn't hardly walk. So I went and did a whole bunch of core. I've just been so dead in every way a man can be dead. I've been dead.
Right. Abs are the worst, right? Because even if you get a hangnail, your abs hurt, right?
Ooh, that's right. Worst. That's right. But today I said, you know what? I'm just going to actually take another day off. I haven't, other than Sunday, I haven't taken a day off the past couple weeks. So it's been, my body is still acclimated. We got a little ways to go to get
exactly
on
Be
my
smart.
cardio.
Be smart, man. We're in our 40s, man. Take it easy.
No,
take it easy,
dude. But I'm ready. Now you saved me.
You
realize you got
those
me
power cleans.
Yeah, you saw that.
I saw you.
I was so dead. I was about to pass out in that video. By the way, I was so dead from that workout. Now,
bro,
let me tell you,
I slowed down on recording my workouts because I was like, you know what, this is not genuine. It's disingenuous. After one workout, right, I have to edit the video to not show me bent over or killed over after one exercise. So we're on the same page.
Yes, I tried a video the previous Friday, and it's like, dang, I looked so fat. So we pulled it off. She was standing up a little bit. Recording me, my coach. Hey, and I found, guess what happened over the weekend? I found this guy, I was asking around. I went out. We're working on getting some content for George for his Cryptos RS Plus. I'm getting a feel for it. Go out, connecting with old friends. Haven't hardly exited my house locally. Hadn't gone downtown for like 2 years. Go out, get out there, getting around, talking with friends. They're like, oh, they gave me a name. I need a contact. I wasn't even sure if there's a gym out here where I live. I live 90 miles south St. Louis. And so, there's this guy. So then,
okay. I got some memories about that.
Yeah. So I got his name. Next day, I went out again with some friends, B-dubs, watching some football. And I'm telling him, hey, I got to meet this guy, D-Ray Ivy and Cape Girardeau. And he's like, dude, he's sitting right behind you. Boom, sit right behind him, connect with him. He's got the same trainer that Bass Rutten himself has. He knows Bass Rutten. He's all pumped about he's a Muay Thai guy or something. He's all pumped about getting all involved, being my coach. We talked for like 2 hours. I'm lucky.
You're lucky, dude.
Baby, I'm gonna have a coach. Let's go. Yes. And because but here's the deal. You realize that I was the guy that was gonna fight Crow if he couldn't find anybody. You got me off the hook. You
trade
that, right?
We can trade. I'm going back.
Wait,
my fighter is not yet announced.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to see who Grady's fighting first before you make that offer. I mean, better the devil you know.
Hey,
obviously you're not listening to us, mind your biz. Bro is 7 foot 300 pounds. You're not listening. Sir.
I'm just saying, man. I will take the 700. It's the 7 foot 300 pound gentle giant over potentially the 5'3" Tasmanian devil that will bite your ankles and heel hook you and stuff. I don't know.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
So guys, I presumed on Seth. Seth essentially knows 78% of all knowledge that can possibly known in all the universe and all the multiverses out there, down from the atomic structure all the way to the depths of the galaxy. Seth generally could give you a dissertation about all knowledge as we know it. But I just assumed this guy, he was one of the first guys, he and Loudmouth, these were the first guys I ever heard about karate combat from in the first place months and months ago. I was like, interesting. Okay, but now karate combat's blowing up. So I just thought, Seth's going to know all about this token. Well, he didn't. He didn't know so yesterday for hours, Seth does a deep dive. Seth style.
Deep dive, baby.
Deep dive into the white paper of karate combat. We're going
to we went white paper. We went white paper. Nice.
We still make those. It's crazy. Every now and then when you look for them, some projects still make them. Don't quote me because there are plenty that don't.
Yeah. He even deep dived with ChatGPT. He did it all. The white paper. Okay. And I love it. He's giving me the play-by-play, the lowdown as he's deep diving into this tokenomics, because how the heck I'm sitting here thinking, okay, here's the deal. You bet on a fighter. Okay. And if you lose the bet, you get your initial karate token back. You use a karate token to bet. You get that karate token back. If you win, then you win all the extra karate tokens.
Yeah. That's until they make the metaverse, because as soon as they do the karate combat metaverse, when you win the tokens, but if you lose, you die in real life.
Goes to the house.
Your soul. When they make the metaverse, the soulbound token, that's it. You're done.
Soulbound. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
that makes perfect
jokes. Sorry. You got dad jokes over here because the kids are listening in. They're like, all right, what's he going to say next?
Right. And we have the NFTs too. Not we, but Karate Combat is the
NFTs really? Well. Karate Combat's got NFTs? Tell me more.
Through Karate Teka, right, Seth?
Yes. Yeah. So I think Karateka or Karate Ka, I don't even know how they pronounce it, honestly, but they are an NFT project that's on the Hedera blockchain, and phenomenal pixel art. It looks almost like the original Street Fighter type of art. It's pretty darn cool. And then they have these different NFTs that are fashioned after some of the more prominent fighters in the league, which is growing, as you know. I mean, since they launched that series, Ramel, they signed Sam Alvey. This guy had 24 contracts in UFC, 24 contracts that he successfully fought. A lot of wins in that 24 contract career at UFC. And then they managed to poach him, right, and bring him over to Karate Combat. So I haven't checked to see if in that NFT collection they've made a brand new entry for him, but But I mean, it might be worth checking out while we're going over all the other token stuff tonight. So I'll try to cue that up before we go to the screen share and look at any of the tokenomics or anything.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing NFT series and it looks great. And they've apparently got pretty decent volume on that whole collection because the community has been really supportive of that.
Wow. So what do the NFTs do for you?
I think it's gamified. I think that it is part of a trading game or like a card game. So they're almost like power-ups in a card game, like similar to Magic the Gathering or something else, where you would have special abilities that are unlocked for a character by possessing those cards. But I haven't used it yet, and I'm not super familiar with it. Ramel and I, we did do a Q&A, we did an AMA on the Moonwalkers AMA series on X over on Twitter, and had a phenomenal breakdown from the team over there. A lot of support from the Karate Combat community. But the upshot is that you possess these cards, and they are styled like cards, and they help you with a game is the bottom line. So if you're into playing stuff that's like kind of light gameplay, it's not MMORPGs or fully built out video games. If you like sort of tabletop gaming with cards and stuff, you're going to love this collection because it feeds right into everything you see here at karate.com.
Interesting. Wow. And so Moon Daddy, baby. So you've used the app, you've bet, right? You bet, you said on like 8 fights and you won.
Yeah, 8. I
most
won
of them.
6. Yeah, 6 out of 8.
Okay.
Karate Combat 39 and 40, I think, for both.
Wow. So you essentially, like, shout out to the chat, by the way. We got Sergeant Filthy McNasty. We got GF Burke, my boy, in the house, baby. I love you guys. Okay.
Some badasses out there, baby.
So how long did it take you to get those winnings? So you doubled your tokens by winning?
Yeah, they're instant. So right after the match, they were in my wallet. I loved it.
No way.
Great experience, and we want to bring a lot of awareness to it, right? It's cool, it's fun, right? When you can't really lose, that's a great promotion. When you can't lose.
So on the 2 fights that you lost, you got all those tokens back right away.
Yep.
You don't have to like stake them.
They don't leave your wallet. Yeah, they don't leave your wallet.
What the heck?
It's really cool.
Hey, we got our boy Adam Charles right here in the house.
Gypsy. My agent. That's my agent, man.
Yeah, that's right. It's Moon Daddy's agent.
It's my agent.
He's Sess and my agent too. He's all of our agents. Baby.
Thumbs down too. Give him 2 thumbs down. I wish I had 4 thumbs. I give him 4 thumbs.
We'll give him 5 altogether.
Let's give him
6.
5 or 6 for Adam.
6.
The agent.
That's right.
Yeah, the kids are off camera doing it too. It's like a dozen.
Good.
Yeah,
perfect. He
Lots
deserves
of thumbs down for man Adam here.
He just said I'm a little girl. You're right, Adam. You're right.
I hit send on this guy gets it before that second message came through.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So Seth, here's what I don't get. So Moon Daddy got all those tokens right away. How is this token not dumping to oblivion?
Ooh, it's a great question, right? So I've got a little screen share if you want to take a look at this real fast. We're going to pull up a couple things. We've got a couple of tools that are sort of, this is a degens toolkit. If you're new to crypto, I know this is a wall of text, all these numbers. And it's kind of like, hey, what are we doing? What are we looking at here? Well, this is just a research tool that we use to figure out more about crypto tokens. So I'm going to paste in some of the information that I would need. Oh, nope, not that. I need to go here, get the contract address, put that in instead, and then start looking up. There we go. Karate Combat. See how it's performing against Ethereum right now. So as of Karate Combat 39, where Moon Daddy did that bet, that was a while ago. We've only got the last week or so that's on the chart here.
Yeah, it's up
zoom
like
way out.
60% over the last week.
Oh, it's killing it. Look at that. You see, I mean, you see
we
that
blew
chart.
it up, baby. We blew it up.
I'm going to go to the 1-day chart so we don't get overwhelmed with, like really short-term information and those candles. Every single one of these candles represents a full day right now, right? So overall, this last day, not a great day for the Karate token, but last few days, rightly said, last week, very exciting week with this massive green candle here. So, and the likelihood is whatever. A lot of this has more to do with Bitcoin's price than it does with Karate Combat per se.
When in doubt, zoom out, baby.
It just happens. Yeah. So here we go. Jumping back in time, way back to, all the way back to July. Long time ago. Yeah. But it stayed pretty stable for a while. I think that there weren't many outside factors that adjusted the coin's price. And then here, I think if we look back at October 13th, we'd probably find, a month ago, we'd probably find that there was some kind of news that affected the token price more so than somebody winning when Karate Combat was happening. I don't think that those payouts are affecting the price in a very negative way. I think it really just has to do with the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem. At least that's what the chart is saying to me. But I mean, Moondaddy knows quite a bit about charting lower cap tokens too. And this is not one of these major cryptos like Ethereum or Bitcoin or something, right? But so I'm kind of curious what RC has to say about this.
Yeah, micro cap is just following, the overall sentiment of the market, right? But that was a huge green candle, right? That's what catches my attention. The red is just people taking profits, in my opinion. And it was only a couple days, today or yesterday, right? Everyone's been taking profits from the Bitcoin explosion, over the last 2 weeks, which we're all excited about. But it looks like it's just correlated with, people taking profits.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's about a $6 million market cap. So it's a small cap, real small cap here.
Yeah. And so over here, this particular tool, Dex Screener, it gives us a bunch of information right there off the rip. Like you saw market cap there.
Yeah.
FDV stands for fully diluted value, right? So if you were to take all of the tokens that they're ever going to mint from this smart contract and then just pretend like they were all in circulation, this is how much they would all total up to. And then liquidity just has to do with how much is actively being traded in a 24-hour period. So right now, and volume as well, right? So there's not like millions upon millions of dollars being paid out right now in this token, but that's not really the point. It's still it doesn't really have a whole lot of exposure across a lot of wallets. There aren't that many users, especially when you compare it to the number of people who are tuning into this event. My goodness. You got millions of people watching Karate Combat because it's awesome, but they don't know. They just don't know about any of this. So we got to teach them. We got to tell them.
Yeah, we're going to bring awareness. We're going to bring a lot of awareness because it is, again, when can you wager on a match and not lose, right?
Yeah, that doesn't exist anywhere else, man. Only crypto makes that possible.
That's right. And
it sounds like free money to me, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound like free money to you guys?
So
who the hell doesn't want that?
I know, right? So what we can do is go bet essentially on both fighters, right? And so you're guaranteed to win. It's like a no-brainer. And
that does sound like that sounds like the way I'd like to play it, right? Hedging your bets, especially you got two different fighters, especially if you're not really sure about the way it might go. Or the other scenario that I see is if you think that the odds are really in favor of one side of the card, then you go a little lighter on that. If it's whatever, if they're paying out 1 to 3, right? On the side where you don't have a massive payout, go a little lighter on your bets. And on the side where maybe it's a long shot, throw something at it, right? I mean, and maybe even go a little heavier because you can't lose. So if by chance it turns into a lucky strike, you're going to win like crazy big.
Okay. I don't want to give any more ideas in regards to kind of duping the system to start. But it's a couple things you can do. First thing, get a wallet, right? First thing, get a wallet, buy some karate tokens first.
Okay, and you can do that on the browser right there on MetaMask, but you can't do that on your phone through MetaMask. Is that right? That's
no, on your phone through MetaMask, you absolutely can. So I've got a couple of sites open. This is the karate.com site. There's smiling Sam Alvey. He's coming up in 43 again. He fought just in 41. I think he skipped 42, but man's a machine. Like clearly all he does is fight. And then I guess he lives on a farm with his wife. They homestead, him and his wife. So
wow.
Yeah, hardworking dude. So yeah, his day job is he's a farmer, and then he moonlights as a professional fighter.
It's like Lesnar, right?
Yeah.
Lives on the farm.
I think these guys probably have something figured out that we don't yet, or I don't know, but
they do.
But they're there. You can get the app like you see from the main site just by clicking on the links if you're there on your phone. But then you can go to app.karate.com instead, and you can navigate to this from inside of the MetaMask mobile app if you want to.
That's the best way to go, probably.
Yes,
I want to get a whole new
safety standpoint.
Yeah.
I think so. The browser. Yeah, you go through the browser.
Yeah. So here we are, right here. We can see the card, KC43, and this is. I'm going to do this before, as a formality before we log in with MetaMask right now because we'll connect a wallet. but we know there's some stuff confirmed, and then there's some stuff. At least there you go. Got Pettis versus Henderson, Hudson versus Machida, and we just don't have their photos up yet. But there's other stuff that we might that might kind of fall into place here. But these are the main bets that we can fight on right now, or main fights we can bet on.
Closer to the event, they opened up more cards.
Okay. And those are like 50-50 on the winnings, but in some cases, is it like 70-30?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It seems like in the case of a fight where it's a slightly different matchup, that you should have different odds. It really shouldn't be 50-50, I don't think. But this might be the way that they kind of prevent anybody abusing the system. And so they just get you to just vote for who you want to vote for.
Well,
yeah.
But
yeah, I think
what would stop me? Like, let's say I bet $5,000 on every single fighter. You're going to get all that back. Plus you're guaranteed to win. And that's just crazy to me.
I think you're probably right, but I don't think we can do that from one wallet. Okay, so let's go to the next.
It has limitations.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty simple, right? I'm going to click on Connect. It's going to give me some options. I could use Wallet Connect if I had a wallet that was, say, just on my phone only.
Okay.
I could use a wallet that supports that, where I'll just use a QR code to just make sure that everything's fully loops in, and I finish signing the transactions and placing my bets from my phone. It's a way to add some security. Or I can use MetaMask here, and within MetaMask, I can, if I like using a hardware wallet or something with MetaMask, I can get more security that way. I'm a big fan of that. But double check to be sure. There we go. Yeah, so it's giving me a little bit. It's giving me a fake username here. Doesn't know who I am. This is totally anonymous.
Okay.
Karate.com is not tracking me. They're not tracing me. They just want to see that I have Karate token in my wallet. And right now, today, I don't. So. Yeah, and this wallet, it's got a little bit of spending cash, right? We got a little change, kind of rolling around in it. I could get some Karate token, and to do that, I'd have to go someplace like Uniswap or Moon Daddy shared this with me, and it's pretty dope. This little alternative, it's called Kiba Swap.
Kiba,
so, Kiba. I like this one.
It's consistent, man. It consistently works, right?
Really?
It doesn't have the bugs that some of the others. I won't, crap on any other exchanges, but this one is really good.
Okay, how's the liquidity on this bad boy?
Pretty good, because it uses the Uniswap the Uniswap protocol, so it just taps into the liquidity pools that are available on Uniswap.
And how's the liquidity on Uniswap?
Amazing. Let's take
a lot of liquidity to buy and sell a lot of it.
Yeah, so let's do this.
Okay.
This I think this is okay. We're gonna go to the markets here to see. Yeah, Uniswap V3. That tells me that it's not on the V2 liquidity pools of Uniswap. So I can go to Uniswap. Uniswap site live. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to a link that I already have saved then, so that I don't have any problems.
Hey, we got somebody on here knowing what they're talking about here. I want to get somebody on the team too.
Yeah, I would guess. I see just a generic username, DA. This could be Dane Curley.
Oh, baby.
Dane, if it's you, brother, say hello.
Hey, get in here, baby. We got two noobs. We got GF Burke making millions on his Caspa trades with Crypto Lifer. Sammy Cup and Handy, baby. Let's go. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go. Here's one thing about Uniswap also. It's oftentimes kind of a pain in the butt to navigate. But I'm going to go to the info tab.
Yeah, my mind is blown that token, I guess it's got such a small market cap though. So in a bull run, even a ton of inflation is still nothing with the market cap that low. If this thing takes hold, like we've got popularity growing for Karate Combat like crazy inside the crypto world because George, everybody's getting onto it. We got this fight, baby, in February or March. I'm gonna be fighting. Moon Daddy's gonna be fighting. Maybe Seth gonna be fighting. Okay,
I don't know.
To the Dominican Republic, baby, in the house. We're gonna be fighting the IFC, baby, the Influencers Fight Club. George put it together. And so much going on. So many people are involved. All the big dogs are going to be at the party in Vegas. Make sure you're there December 14th in Vegas. All the big dogs are going to be there. It's going to be a blast. George doesn't go small at these kinds of things.
Oh,
It's
no.
well worth the trip. Okay, go. Sorry, Seth.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all right. And it turns out that, yeah, our guy is not Dane. It's okay. But it's good to know that, yeah, the odds they sort of firm up as soon as they have more bets placed 48 hours before. That's good to know also, because then it's not like, 50-50. That seems kind of weird. I mean, for an event where you're betting on people literally beating the shit out of each other, why would you want like tame odds, right? Why would you want to make tame bets on an event like this? Doesn't make sense. So that makes more sense what he said. But this is the information tab over on Uniswap. It's going to give us some insight into this. We can see that right now that Karate token only trades against Ethereum for the most part. There is no pool over on Uniswap for, say, like Tether. So if you want to get Karate token, you got to bring ETH. You got to bring ETH to the party.
But if you have Tether, the AMM will just do it for you, right? Go from
Tether
to ETH. It does it all.
It will. You're going to eat some fees. So if you have ETH lying around just to begin with, then why do it? I mean, plus anytime that you're trading, you're trading any other kinds of tokens like routing through the AMM, then you have additional hidden fees, right? Just because you're processing the smart contract for those other tokens. So generally speaking, it's just like how, like if you're transferring, say, like Tether from your wallet to another wallet versus Ethereum to another wallet, the fees are higher on everything that isn't Ethereum, right? Ether. So you want to try to stay as native to those pairs as possible. It's going to keep your fees as low as you can.
A good analogy is like getting on a toll road or not getting on a toll road, right? You're going to an airport from your house. Either you get on the toll road or you don't, and you save those fees. I would go ETH. Parity is paired with ETH. I would go ETH.
But let's say you don't have ETH and it's just in Tether. It's going to be, you don't want to first trade to ETH and then trade again.
No,
that's going to cost you more in fees. But let's just say you've got Tether or any coin on there for that matter, the AMM, unless you, obviously if you already have the ETH, you want to avoid using the extra routes.
Oh, you know what? It looks like at least on KibaSwap, it's not going to find a route for that. So
I think it's ETH, man.
Yeah, there we go. It'd have to.
There it is.
Yeah,
it did it. Sometimes it just takes a second.
Well, I just told it that I wanted to use V3. I think it was trying to default to to Uniswap V2. So, but even then, it does kind of warn me. I mean, I don't have a balance there at all. I literally just
crazy.
Yeah. So go back over here. Yeah, that's
go ahead and buy 5 ETH worth.
Yeah, 5 ETH worth.
I really like
what's the price
Karate token.
Let's say you did want to buy 5 ETH worth. What's the price impact?
Well, let's see. Price it. You know what? First off, there's no.
You gotta have it in the wallet, right?
Yeah, but beyond that, there's no tax.
That's amazing, by the way.
Yeah. And it even tells us over here, right? Or it should tell us a little lower on Dex Screener. It should give you more of that info from this page. Maybe I'm missing it, but yeah, there's no dev tax for buying or selling this token. That's not how Karate Combat makes their money. I mean,
it's more promotional, right?
Yeah. If you go to the event, you'll see like they're not trying to nickel and dime the community for like $15,000 in fees every week. They're never going to get ahead that way. Much bigger fight promotion than that. So that would be chump change to them. This really is for the fans to be able to get that betting exposure in a risk-free way, so you can do it as an American citizen and not worry. But let's
and I think it's genius, really, right, Seth? When we were there, it was the first time at 39. We thought, wow, this has a lot of legs. It has a lot of legs.
Yes.
And
into the betting aspect alone, So the Happy Punch team. Oh gosh darn it! Why can't I think of his name?
Punch.
Yeah, the Happy Punch crew. They were there in Dominican Republic. I know I was pissing them off because I was just trying to get them engaged in nerd talk. I'm like, guys, you don't understand. You can bet on this right now, and they're like, shut up, please go away.
That's crazy.
And then of course, Chase Demore lost his next match, so I guess karma got him right after that. But
wow. So okay, so are we able to see the price impact? I guess not.
It's not showing the price impact here, but what we can do is I'll open this up over on Uniswap too.
Uniswap.
Yeah.
I'm so curious. So didn't it show that it did about $50,000 worth of trading daily?
It was doing about 10 over here on Uniswap, the Uniswap info.
Okay.
So, but it's down a bit. It was higher.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, it was higher over the last couple of days.
Yeah, on that other thing, it had like 52,000. I thought on that here. Yeah, actually, I'm looking at it. Whoa! See, I'm looking at it here on CoinGecko. 294,000 24-hour trading volume.
Yeah, don't use stick to tools that are a little bit closer to the Uniswap protocol, like
Okay.
Dex Screener, or
Okay.
just the straight up Uniswap info charts.
Okay.
But yeah, so we
But
got
not 240,000.
Yeah, no. If anything, yeah, here this is pretty close actually. It did tell us that the 1 day volume over here on Dex Screener, it gives us the 1 day volume, gives us this really convenient bar chart here instead, and then also shows us the full order book here on chain,
Okay.
and lets us know whether or not this person has massive holdings and is maybe wash trading or is a little shrimp, like most people are going to be.
Yeah.
A couple $100 in.
Yeah.
So we can just see all that at a glance. That's why I like using tools like this. I have no affiliation to Dex Screener at all. It's just a really bloody useful tool.
Yeah.
So,
But it's interesting though, if you think about it, right? If the MMA Dana White started with the token, right? If he paired a token with MMA or UFC, I'm sorry, UFC,
right.
The infant stages, where it would be now, right? I think it would have to still be at a lower rate, just in regards to how many people, as it got more popular, you would want the token to not be worth $1, right? But I think it has potential to. I haven't sold one of my tokens, right? When I bet on the matches, I just keep it in my wallet. So
wow,
I think it's a good investment opportunity. Now it's not going to light the world on fire, but you'll definitely get some gains, as you can see. If you look at this chart, that's at least if you look at that big green candle, that's at least what would you say, Seth? Just eyeballing that, that's at least a 5-6x, right?
That's amazing. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
since the last Karate Combat event I was at, which was in Miami, which is 39 or 40.
Yeah, well, it looks like I don't have logarithmic view here. I'm going to put on logarithmic view so we don't get like a false visual representation. Yeah, that's a little. I mean, that's not bad. That's a 30% gain.
A 60% pump.
Yeah, something happened, right? If you look at it, that's not a. That's a huge pump.
Go back to Uniswap. What's the price impact for 5 ETH?
Yeah, for 5. Well, I was just trying to check to see if there was price impact on any amount at all, and it looks like it's not giving us the full. There we go.
It's no tax.
Ooh, that's rough.
If you put 5.
Yeah.
Okay, 15. So that would pump it by 15%. Is what that means.
Pump it.
Okay.
Detroit.
Okay, so that's didn't you say it's also on a centralized exchange somewhere too? The Karate token? Is it on like Mexi or something?
Yes, it is. So we got over here on CoinGecko on the markets that it's available. I mean, it's everything you see here. The only decentralized market is Uniswap protocol.
Okay, so Gate, Mexi, and Bybit.
Central.
Yeah. So if you've got Tether lying around and you're already on one of these exchanges, it only trades against Tether on those exchanges. So that might be a faster way to get some.
Oh, it's also on KuCoin. It's got the most volume there.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of strange that they ranked it that way. But yeah, there you go. And that kind of explains why it was showing that massive volume. I mean, for my part, I like deleting on like a centralized order book volume in my mind, because if it's not on chain, it's not real to me. It's,
right.
Yeah.
Right. It's just same. I agree. So, but you could buy some on Mexi.
Yeah.
So, because here's my thing is like, hang on a second. We could be making bank on this. This is like such a no-brainer, like you guys said, and
it did. Look at it right now. It did. This is a perfect time to buy it, to be honest.
Yeah, and with it being such a small market cap, okay, we've got this whole Karate Combat. I mean, it was a nothing burger 6 months ago. Nobody knew about it except you guys. Like you and Crow and Loudmouth were talking about it. Nobody else was talking about it. Now everybody's talking about it, and outside of the crypto space, we've got Joe Rogan talking about it, which isn't that interesting.
Yep.
So this whole Karate Combat, even with the crazy, insane inflation. So I would think this isn't a good speculative asset to be getting into. I would think, because it's so inflationary. But if you're coming in right now and the whole app explodes, and the popularity of Karate Combat as a whole increases, because a lot of people, they don't like the ground game. That's why they like kickboxing type things. Well, this is like a combination of this is the perfect blend between kickboxing and MMA kind of.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people will like the format. I could really see this thing take off. It could, this thing, who knows, could 10x. But generally speaking, I would like to have somebody on the team to explain to me the tokenomics, a little more, because you also said there's no real staking incentives. There's no like liquidity pool incentives. So there's no incentive to hold the karate token outside of using it to bet, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, you look at it here.
That's how it's designed.
Yeah, and in 24 hours, you see on Uniswap, if you did want to join the current liquidity pool, if you had 10 grand to put into the liquidity pool right now, I guess 20, because 10 grand in their token and another 10 in whatever in Ethereum, then you'd be getting $30 in fees on 20 grand sitting around locked up. Not worth it. So, like you're saying, the best use case for the karate token is just when they have an event, then you go ahead and you just bet. I'm seeing in your chat that's saying that there's some staking incentives on Uni. Okay, sure, maybe there's an enhanced pool or some liquidity mining rewards here, but that should have shown up when I searched for this. I don't see any more pools or anything else associated with karate token. So maybe if you bring your LP tokens somewhere else, you can get some compound rewards by staking somewhere else. But we're getting into the territory where it becomes so difficult for new users that I mean, I think that was the team's design in making Karate Combat mostly fit for betting and betting only.
That makes sense.
So
yeah, maybe there is a liquidity, like a yield farm somewhere, like in their app.
Maybe.
I guess there probably isn't. You guys would know that if there is on the app. I'm going to download the app.
Seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think it's more so like the entire, initial development of the token is really as promotional value, right? So the crowd can, or the fans can interact. I think that should be the mindset. Now profits are nice, but I do think it's designed, to really trigger interaction with the crowd, which I think is genius. I really do. When you compare it to UFC and you compare it to Karate Combat, which is less than 2 years old, going into this digital, age that we're going into, digital currency, I think it's a great idea.
Right. And so it's not sustainable long term, though. That's what I want to wrap my mind around, unless they get some brilliant burning mechanics, which there's none of that we know of. But in the short term, and especially through the bull run, this could explode. And on top of that, there's like no downside to betting. It's like so interesting to me.
Yeah. I think people are missing the boat. And that's why this is important, Grady.
Right.
This is important. Seth and I talk about it all the time.
About this. That's why I'm like, Seth,
it's a great idea.
Do a video, baby.
Yep. It's a great idea.
Oh, and so who is this DA970? I want to know who this guy is. I want to get the team, the Karate Combat Tokenomics guy. Let's get him on the show. Shout out to KP, Christian Peter, baby. Had Frisky Fox on last night. Awesome show there. Okay. So interesting. I think it's brilliant. Like you guys said too, that's how Karate Combat gets around the regulatory stuff, because it's not actually gambling. You're not losing anything. That's what's so crazy here.
Wagering.
You bet and you get it back instantly. You get the tokens dropped to you immediately. Dude, it's so crazy. Mosh in the house. So no brainer. I'm going to be betting like crazy on the next fight. So there is low liquidity on Uniswap, but you can get it on MEXC, KuCoin.
Just DCA in. That's the other thing. Just DCA. Yeah. I think the entire point right now, like because we just tested, right, with the price impact. You double check here. Price impact of 5 ETH. Yeah, you're gonna destroy the chart. Price impact of a quarter of an ETH. If you're buying, spot, a couple $100, $500, maybe $1,000, you're not going to wreck the chart.
Right.
And if anything, like you go to about that level, the price impact upwards, all the other token holders are going to love you. So just do some, if you really feel like getting a lot of exposure to this token, just, whatever, do a daily buy of about a couple $100, maybe $1,000.
Yeah. Right. And that's how you can accumulate. Now, I think, didn't you say that like 80% or 85% of the trading volume is on sexes? That would, it looks like KuCoin was the biggest one, and MEXC.
Yep.
You can get some there.
Yeah. GF Burke is mentioning, on NextC. Yeah, NextC is not everyone's favorite, right? There's some
All about volume, it's just about
Yeah.
volume. If you're there, you have volume. Same with KuCoin.
Yeah.
We all feel the same way, but it's just where people access, especially in Asia Pacific, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Burke, we were talking about you making your millions in Caspa, trading with crypto lifer, baby. Sammy Cup and Handy, killing it, grinding out there. GF Burke's all over the place. This guy is awesome. I love this guy. So, Moon Daddy, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have one. I'm reinvigorating it. I'm reigniting my crypto channel.
Oh, tell me more. What's it called?
Crypto RC. I'll put it in the I'll send it over to you guys.
Crypto RC.
Yeah, Crypto RC.
Oh, baby. Okay, hang on.
Did it pull up yet?
I'm sharing my screen. Okay, I'm gonna show this off, baby. Look at this pure hunk of man. This good-looking, pure hunk of man flesh. Now, all right, so everybody go sub to this.
I'll send you your commission check soon, Brady. Don't worry about it.
Yep, he's paying me. First time I'm ever getting paid, baby, right here to promote him. Kidding. Okay, Crypto RC, this beautiful man in front of us, pure hunk of good-looking man flesh, fighting the man, Jason Appleton, Crypto Crow. Who's gonna win? Who am I betting on? Who should I bet on?
Are you asking me? Because you can't ask the fighter.
Both you can't ask the fighter.
Yeah, you can't ask the fighter. Here's the thing, because he's got his own designs. He's got his own mental game. You can't try to knock on the door there and get into his head. But I'll tell you, you obviously need to go all in on Crypto RC, obviously. And here's why.
That's why.
Because you got a bunch of people saying, you know what, homeboy, right? Jason Appleton, Crow, guy's 7 feet tall, 300 pounds, obviously gonna win. You got all these plebs saying that. Man, they're sleeping. They're sleeping on my boy. They're sleeping on him. And you know what? By the time we get to fight day, 48 hours before, you're going to start seeing that ratio move from 50-50, like you saw on the app, and they're going to start sleeping on Crypto RC. You're going to start seeing this narrow margin. What does that mean when you put the entire fucking wad on this guy? When he wins, moon time. That's why they call him the Moon Daddy.
That's baby. And we all know it's not how big the dog is. It's what's inside the dog.
It's the bark, baby.
And our boy right here is a dog.
Yeah, I even had the Karate Combat. I love the headband. It's really cool. I made a thumbnail with the headband.
I love it. Dude. Okay, so you've got a channel. I was subscribed, so I knew you had a channel.
My man, I appreciate you, great.
And how long have you guys been working together, Seth? You guys have been doing stuff together for a long time, right? You guys do a weekly Twitter. Seth's on Twitter Spaces like 5 times a day, by the way. Okay.
Days like today, yeah.
Yeah, had some good
I would say 10. I would say 10.
Jeez. Yeah, no, it was crazy. Today I was on conducting the space on Moby Media. We do that every Tuesday at 10 a.m. EST. That have a space there, and had hundreds of people coming through. Awesome space. Every week we do the Moonwalkers AMA. It's a community-oriented space. That's where RC and myself, we're on Twitter every week for the Moonwalkers AMA, and we also we conduct AMAs for projects that need that level of exposure. That's why we know about the Karateka NFT project. That's why we were able to get actually a Bitcoin privacy project. It's a long-standing 10-year-old Bitcoin privacy project. Their first ever Twitter space. That was on the Moonwalkers AMA. So we did a world's first for Bitcoin privacy. If you can believe that, they had never done it before. So we've got a couple of those feathers in our caps there. And then later on in the day today, or later on in the morning today, I was on the roundtable Mario Knopfels space, talking about a brand new social media platform that I'm pretty excited about. But I don't want to show that. Let's talk about karate.
Okay. Yeah. Well, dude, and so you guys do your own stuff together every week, though, don't you?
Oh yeah, the Moonwalkers. Moonwalkers is I'm the chairman of Moonwalkers ecosystem. We have a token. We launch NFTs. We launched Warren Sapp's NFT line, and we've been having a lot of fun. But Seth is actually a consultant with Moonwalkers as well. And first and foremost, my brother, right, a great friend of mine. But
Yeah.
yeah, the last couple of years, right? When we travel, we go to all the conferences and panels.
Right.
This is who I hang out with.
Right.
Yeah, we find all the good spots that are not on the agenda.
Yep.
I think I first met you guys like maybe at 3XP. I remember it was like you guys were together, kind of.
That was in Cali, wasn't it? That was in
Cali.
Yeah, Pasadena.
Pasadena. Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's a great town for families. It's not a great town for parties. Everything shuts down at about 8:30 p.m., like right on the dot.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah, we had to. Well, I mean, it's LA. It's not that far to get into town.
Yeah, it didn't take far. It didn't take long.
Okay.
But a funny story, Grady.
Tell me.
With Karate Combat, when it was in Miami, I'll start from the beginning. I'll try to make it short. But I was at the Clevelander. You know the Clevelander, right? South Beach on 10th and Ocean. I know, I know Miami pretty well, right? I lived there. I was with the Dolphins or whatever when I was a kid, right? A long time ago. But I met a guy. He was a bare knuckle fighter, right?
Okay.
His face was beat to crap, right?
Okay.
He 100% resembled Platinum Mike Perry.
Oh.
You guys hopefully know who Mike Perry is, right? He's a badass bare knuckle guy. He was at Karate Combat 39. So now full circle. The guy at the Clevelander, which is on 10th and Ocean in Miami, was not Mike Perry. But I befriended this guy thinking he was Mike Perry. Get to Karate Combat 39. I'm like, dude, I didn't know you were coming here. What's up? It's Mike Perry. Mike is like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? I was like, Mike, I just saw you at the Clevelander. So for the whole night, I'm like, bro, do you not remember meeting me at the Clevelander? It was I swear, it was another dude that looked just like Mike Perry. And I'm going to message him. I'm follow him on Twitter and Instagram. I'll message him and say, hey, man, what's going on? He can be like, oh, you that crazy bastard that thought I was somebody else. But I bring that story up to show Karate Combat is really attracting from Gary St. Pierre GSP, right? To Raz, to Mike Perry, right?
Right.
Let alone a whole bunch of other people that are it's caught a lot of people's attention. So it really is a really cool league, man. And I'm super excited, and I know you guys are, to be here. I look at it as Google in the garage, right?
Right.
That's how I see this, man. It's
right.
UFC didn't kick off. It wasn't UFC. It didn't start off as UFC, right? Nobody knew what the hell it was, and then it became UFC. I think this is going to happen with Karate Combat. So that's why these times are super exciting, man. We're in the garage with Google at this point.
That's right. It's so exciting.
It is, dude. It's fun. Yeah. And you know what I don't like about UFC is the ground game, right? And then to prepare, think about for us, right? We can't prepare for the ground. We can't prepare to box. We can't prepare, from
all that.
You can't prepare for all of that in 4 or 5 months, right? So
that's right.
This is perfect, man. I'm super excited about this opportunity, man. And it's very genuine. It's very genuine.
I love it. You know what your story reminds me of? I've got a story now. Since we had Adam Charles, right? So Adam Charles was like kind of engaged with this gal, kind of, sort of, right? And I connected with her at George's party. Okay. And we're all connecting and we're talking about, are they going to get married? Are they not going to get married? And this and that. Okay. And then we go. Then the next event, I think, was Rare Evo. We're at Rare Evo. And I see Adam and I see who I thought was his girl, right? That I had just connected with previously at George's party. And we eye contact with the girl. And I'm like, and then as soon as she saw me, she lit up. Hey. And I was like, hey, you guys are still together. When are you getting married? What's going on, baby? Just having out there in front of everybody. Okay. And then later to realize that was actually Tiffany Fong. That wasn't Adam's girl.
Typical Anglo-Saxon male.
It's just
recognition. Typical
this much racism. This much racism, this much heart. So it made up for it.
Oh man, my memory or something. I don't know. That was hilarious. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up.
That's rough. That's a rough.
This is so funny. All this Adam Charles stories. Man, we all probably got some Adam Charles stories.
We better stop. We better stop. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So here's the deal, boys and girls. Get your asses out to Vegas. It's going to be fun. The flights are cheap. Get out there December 14th. There's also the Karate Combat, is it 44 fight?
43.
43. Karate Combat 43 on December the 15th. The party is a Thursday night, December 14th with George. The link's down there. Moon Daddy's got his link. Okay. I've got my link. Moon Daddy's got his link because we're both going to be fighting February, March in the Dominican Republic out there with Bass Rutten and all the boys. All the big dogs are going to be at George's party. It's going to be fun. George doesn't go small. You make connections. Get out there, have fun. The karate token is really interesting. It's a tiny market cap coin, high risk, high reward. It's very inflationary, but with the bull run coming and the popularity increasing, like he said, Google in the phase of being in the garage, okay, is basically what Karate Combat is. And I think I agree with the sentiment here. The token, the whole platform, I think is going to gain popularity big time. I saw one of their videos have millions of views. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
They had a karate video have millions of views. Now the live last time, like when the night ended, it was like up over 300,000 or 400,000 views, which was double the previous fight. And the previous fight was double its previous fight. Okay. So you see what's going on. You can watch it for free on YouTube and several other platforms. Joe Rogan's talking about it. All of crypto is talking about it now because of this influencers fight, the George and everyone else, guys like Loudmouth, Seth, Baby. We got Moon Daddy himself. We got Jason Appleton talking. We got Ben Armstrong, the main event of the fight. Who doesn't want to see his ass get kicked, right? Okay. All right. So it's going to be big. The whole platform is going to grow. And when you bet with the token, there's no downside. There's only upside. That's mind-blowing to me. Doesn't sound sustainable, but in the short term, okay, in the short term, we're talking about less than a $6 million circulating market cap. Okay, with a total fully diluted market cap, as we saw, was like 60 million still. Okay, and it's not going to be fully diluted anytime soon. It's only like a tiny percentage of the coins are circulating. They're like 10%. 10% of the coins are circulating about. Okay, so it's going to be a while before it becomes fully diluted market cap. So that is interesting to buy up some karate token, be betting with no downside in the short term. I'm going to be doing it. You can do it on your phone, app.karatecombat.com, right inside of MetaMask.
Yeah, that's about it. Except that it's app.karate.com. That was the other thing. It was a brilliant acquisition when they first kicked off the league. They bought karate.com from somebody. I don't know what they paid for it. Could not have been cheap, but they had that degree of belief and conviction in what they were building here that they said, you know what? It isn't a cheap expense to buy karate.com from some domain squatter that was sitting on that for like 20 years or something. So they put their money where their mouth was. And then they put their mouth where their mouth was, so they get punched in the mouth, right? Like there's a lot riding on this whole promotion. These guys, like you mentioned the entire time, they've just gone from exciting to building even more excitement. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable, Grady. I have to pinch myself every time I come back to what we're working on here together. The fact that all of us are collectively pushing to make this promotion that much more visible. And then they also are reaching out to us as crypto people, and George coordinating that from Cryptos R Us. Super awesome. The amount of effort that he's putting into that, and the amount of heart that he's putting into it, and the amount of investment that he's putting into to make sure that Karate Combat starts its life as kind of a crypto oriented, kind of by crypto people for crypto people thing. But then it still stays true to the martial arts, right? And the karate roots that it has. Right. So it is pretty amazing.
I love it. And though Crow might not like that he can't kick, the upper part of the leg and the knee, Moon Daddy and myself are sure glad about that. Okay.
Right about that.
And so it was funny, GF Burke, speaking of, Lifer hits me up and he's like, dude, I want to fight in this fight. And he's like, I used to be on the streets getting in fights. He's texting me pictures all jacked. He's like 0% body fat, super jacked, you know, with his shirt off, all pumped to fight. Let's go. I'm sending it to George. George is getting a kick out of it. We're setting up Lifer, and then boom, Lifer's wife shuts it down. So GF Burke, you get on this. Come on, baby. Get on it. Got to get Crypto Lifer in there. However, George did tell me that the fights are full. Okay, I guess the fights are full. He's not looking for fighters at the moment. Now, there's going to be people that puss out probably in the end, right? What do you think?
It always
Mark
happens.
Zuckerberg, perfect example.
There's going to be people, Mark Zuckerberging it up. Okay, it's probably going to happen. All right, so it's good to have some alternates out there, maybe. All right, guys, I'm pumped for this fight. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
For the fight, I'm going to be out there with Bass Rutten in the Dominican Republic, February or March. It's on, baby. It's on. It's on. Let's go.
In the pit, baby. In the pit.
In
DR.
the pit. Moon Daddy going to be knocking out some teeth. Aren't we excited about that?
Yeah, I'm excited to see Moon Daddy work the edge of the wall, because the pit with those 4 walls, the fact that they're at a 45-degree angle, here's what I envision. I envision at some point, I don't want to give away too much of his playbook here. I envision at some point he's going to get Crow kind of caught up, because he has got these long, like lanky legs. He's like it's like he's walking on stilts. So he's going to get him to kind of trip up and he's going to fall against the wall. And then he's going to go to work on him. It's going to be amazing.
I can't wait till Crow watches this. He's like, what the fuck is this guy's talking about?
Going to be doing some like flip kicks.
Oh, yeah. Backflips, all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff.
You got those long arms, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Very long. To stay away, to stay far.
You're gonna be outreaching Crow, popping jabs in there, and he's not even gonna know what hit him, baby.
He won't even be able to see him coming.
It's on. We got to get Crypto Crow in the house, baby. I love that guy. You know, I watched him since like he practically started his channel, you know, with all his constant drama, like the absolute drama king of crypto. I love that guy though. He puts his heart right up on his sleeve. He's all into Cardano. He won't ever give up on Cardano. He's the biggest believer in the world in Charles Hoskinson. He's going. He's out there. He's such a good dude. I love that guy. Let's get on. Maybe we can get some Crypto Crow, Jason Appleton drama on Crypto Grady's show, baby. Let's go. Okay. I love it. There's going to be a lot of promotional things going on.
Yeah, I got POD here. Proof of dog. There you go.
Tons.
The dog doxed herself or herself.
Yep.
Doxed.
Yep. What a bitch.
Yes. Man, that kick is something else. Okay. All right, baby. All right. Crypto RC. Subscribe to his channel. And of course, obviously, Mind Your Biz actually has 2 channels. Mind Your Biz, boys and girls, has 2 channels. Make sure you subscribe in the description below. If they're not yet in the description below, they will be. I'll make sure we get those in there. I love you guys. Any final words, baby?
Woos. It's the only word I got for you. For karate combat, woos.
Oh, baby.